Greetings, Martin. Welcome to this session today. I would request that today we are going to have a practical session. So please be on the camera. This is not going to be a meditation session, as I had mentioned in my invitation. So just be like just you are in a class, right? This is not a session. This is more like a class. So I would want you all to be fully present here and now. Okay, so the I hope you have had a nice break from me for the last few days, and now we are connecting back again to continue some of the missing links. So some of you had requested that you would like to be you are not very sure of your yes and no signals, and today's session I'm going to actually not make it happen. I'm going to show you how you can do it, how I did it, right? I'm just going to demonstrate that to you, and because this is almost like how you learned the tables in your school, young children days, right? Child days, you learned how the tables are, and you learned how to walk, you learned how to bike on the cycle, and so on. So this is a very similar thing. If there are boys, they would know how much time and effort you spend in making that little top rotate. I have done that. Yeah. In my younger days, we had moved from top, that little top with a needle, you know how you make it rotate, and then you can actually pick it up in your hand. So in my days, we had moved on to yo-yo. It's called yo-yo, that round little thing with a long thread, and you just throw it, it comes back to you. Practicing that is exactly the same as you would want to practice yes and no signal. So today I'm going to demonstrate to you, through your experience, you will understand the process part of it. And if you continue that process the way I will describe to you, probably in a week you will have your yes and no signals totally, absolutely clear. If you just continue that way. So that's the plan for today, right? It's going to be very boring. Why boring? Because it's just same repetitive thing, right? It's not nothing magical about it. You know how it was to learn to stand up and walk from your baby days. You would remember. Baby days normally people can't remember. Some people do, but not most. But you have seen your children, how they learn to walk. They fall, they again get up. They fall, they get up, and then start balancing, and then they start walking. So it doesn't happen in a day. It is a multi-stage, multi-step process. And that is exactly what we will learn to do today. So I had requested you, some of you, if you have paper and colored pens, or if you have two objects, any two objects, one for today, one for tomorrow, right? And both for day after tomorrow. So we are going to have it on 3 days. In 3 days, I'm going to show you 3 steps, right? So today we will practice only yes signal, right? Only yes signal. And tomorrow we will do the no signal, and then we will do the yes and no alternately on the 3rd day. Now, before we start the process, I want you to ask any questions, specific questions you have about this yes and no signal, any questions about it, or any experience you want to share about it, that where do you think something is not happening, right? That will help me design the rest of the session for you. I haven't kind of created anything in my head. I'm just letting the flow come through to all of you. Um, Definitely, I have a picture in my mind as to how we could do it differently from what you have probably tried so far, right? So, um, if there is a question, you can just unmute and speak right now. We have a very small group today, so there is no problem. You feel this is not a formal program or anything. We are just doing it for our own satisfaction, right? So, if you have a question, you can ask. There is no problem. Just unmute and ask a question. And if you like, if you don't have a question, then I will start the information part of today's session as to what we really are going to do today. What are we actually doing? Um, the part that we are doing today is programming the subconscious. This is exactly what is called programming the subconscious. So today you are going to program your subconscious to give you a signal. Okay, that's all we are doing. And I have explained much more detailed, deeper information about this process. It's not a short term process, it's a much longer term process. It is a, if you remember your journey of learning to walk, you would understand that that process of learning to walk was tedious in the beginning. You had to pay a lot of attention to balancing yourself, standing up, steps, right? Basic steps. So first you learned to do one thing at a time, focused on that, mastered it, and then moved on to the next step, right? This is what we are going to do. So subconscious programming is going to happen in terms of yes and no signals for you, and then it will become your natural response. That is the stage we are looking for. Initially, this is not really going to um, make things absolutely clear to you. It won't. It will take time. And slowly it's going to sink in into your system so much that it will naturally happen. Today you don't think, right? When you have to get up and walk, you don't think. Mind is not involved. Remember this. Your subconscious is actually guiding. These are called automated processes, right? So when you get up and walk, it's a normal, natural, we call it natural. Basically, it's, to me, it's automated response of your system. You created a thought, I want to get up, I want to go and fetch a glass of water. Your program started, you get up from the bed without thinking. You are not doing any conscious effort there. You simply get up and walk towards the kitchen or wherever your water is, pick up a glass of water, fill it, and then bring it. This is an, so basically inside there is a program that is running, that is making you do certain things. Your body is being used as a machine to perform a task, and that is what we call as program. Like in any computer also you see this, nowadays in the fridge or any device you have, there is a program running, right? That's what makes it create all its features, functions. So that is the process we are going to go through. This is a simple programming technique which you can, once you understand this properly, you can extend it to doing other things as well. There is much more you can apply this technique for. So this is the reason why I am paying so much attention to it. Is you are not going to just learn yes and no signal, you are going to learn the technique to reprogram the mind. This is I'm trying to figure out the right word. This is the hard approach. I would call it hard approach. You have to hammer it, right? This is that approach. Nothing soft about it. You have to hammer that activity into your subconscious. Conscious mind should get out of the way eventually. So initially you will be using the conscious mind to actually perform the task. Initially that's what you will do. And slowly, as you keep repeatedly doing the same thing, conscious mind gets bored. It simply leaves the control of your system to the subconscious mind. And this is a very automatic process. You can do it for anything. Like today, for example, when you have to make roti, think about that process. You don't think in your conscious mind about, oh, what am I going to do? You simply go into the kitchen and start the work. It just starts happening. Conscious mind has gotten bored of making roti now. It won't get engaged with that. It has many other things to do. So it will let the subconscious drive the process. And that is where we want to reach. Why? Now you know. You've done unified. We want the subconscious to be able to talk, to express, to communicate. That is where your higher self is going to talk to you from. This is the purpose. So if your higher self is able to tell you yes, then you are done. You are good. That's what we are looking for as a signal, right? So that's the process. Once you know this technique, you can actually develop it further for many other things that you want. As let's say, think about a habit that you have. You want to change your habit. This technique can be used for that, right? How did you learn to knit? Initially, when you started, you were not even able to hold the needles, right? Properly holding the needles you learned by practice. Well, this is more convenient for me. Some people hold them like this, some people hold them like that, right? There are so many ways in which everyone does it. Your individual body, your individual existence likes to do things in a certain way. So, and you kept practicing initially how many knots you may have made in your yarn, but you learned to knit. Eventually you were able to make a sweater, right? And today when you have to sit and knit, you don't even look at the needles. Once you start, you are talking to your friend and it's going on, it's going on, it's going on. This is where we have to reach with this yes and no. So anything can be learned in this way, right? You can train your subconscious to perform a repetitive task without engaging the conscious mind. Most of you are, if you are driving, you would know you are not driving consciously anymore. Your driving activity is controlled by your subconscious. And there is a reason for it as well.
ऑडिट रिपोर्ट चाहिए गोपाल बिल्कुल बना के देते
What is important about it is that subconscious activity, once programmed, doesn't make mistakes. Conscious mind can get distracted and make a mistake in your steps. This is the purpose of subconscious mind's automation system. That program, once it goes in, it won't deviate from there. So it is more reliable. You get my point? That subconscious thing is reliable for you. This is why learning to program your subconscious, and you have been doing it, just not paying attention to that level. That's it. Right? So today we are going to focus and pay attention to it. All right. So each one of you, show me what you have got. One thing that you like. Today we are going to use that. One thing that you like. Anything. Yes, beautiful. Anything. Little piece of thing. I didn't pick up anything specific, but I can definitely pick up my bottle of vitamin. Right? That's it. That's there on my desk. I've got it here. Yes, beautiful. You've got a pendulum. We are not going to do any function with it. We just hold it in your hand, right? Just hold it in your hand. Anything, yes. It doesn't matter. I mean, like we can think of a button maybe, right? Or a cup that you like my coffee cup. I just love that coffee cup so much that I have it in my hand all the time, right? Or maybe your phone, something that you like. We will need it till such time you are practicing. Only that much period, right? Once you have done the practice, you won't need this object anymore because your training is done, right? When you learn to knit, you don't need the same needles every time, right? You can pick up any needle and start. That's what it is. So when your subconscious gets programmed, your signal becomes programmed, then you won't need any object to tell you the signal. It will be in here. So you will see through the process what we will do today. Okay? Are we ready? Everybody is ready? Perfect. Good. If you still anyone has a question, you can ask me, because this is just a very informal discussion we are doing. This is a practical thing, right? So if you miss on anything, you will not achieve what you wanted to do, right? So
I
just
have a question.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
I'm Richa. I am actually joining for the first time.
Hmm.
I've understood that there is already a very detailed session which has already happened, and I am
Huh.
just joining for now. So, whatever we'll do right now, will it be helpful for me also? Just joining, I with no
Yes,
knowledge
yes.
I have from previous classes or anything.
Yes, yeah. I just explained that this is just a
Yeah,
general technique we are learning, right? It is
yeah.
not really connected with unified as such,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is just a general technique that as a human being you have been doing. We are just only consciously going to do it today, right?
Okay.
Consciously. Okay, now I want to practice one thing. You guys are much younger, but in my childhood, I remember how much time I spent in practicing that yo-yo. I used to see other boys doing it so easy, and like I am just struggling. It's not happening. It's just getting knotted. Uh,
I
whatever
get it.
length
I
of
did
thread,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that process is what we are doing. So what was important about that process? Persistence. Practice and persistence. These are two very important things. Just persist, don't lose patience. It will happen. There is nothing that has not happened till date. I'm telling you, through practice. Never impossible, right? So you can do it. Everybody can do it. We have been doing it. All of us know how to walk, isn't it? We know how to walk. So that's exactly what it is. All right. So just don't worry about that. So to begin with, what we should first thing. Now this is unified, not for Richa. Richa, you will know it later on. Okay, when you go through the course, you will know. So the first thing that we all do when we start is center ourselves into the heart, and we clear the aura, clean the aura of. Today you will, when you hold your object in your hand, you will clear the aura of the object also together, right? So just hold the object in your hand and we are going to clear the aura. Okay. So just pick up your object, whatever you have, hold it in your hand lovingly, right? Lovingly hold it in your hand, just like you're holding a baby. Close your eyes and bring your awareness back to yourself. Just quieten down, calm your mind. Slowly let all your thoughts settle down. Bring your awareness back to yourself, to your breath. Allow your body to become completely relaxed. Be still. Try not to move. Just be still and comfortable. Allow all your energy to settle down. Feel all your energy returning back to you. It was scattered everywhere. Now it is coming back to you. Now bring your awareness to your heart. In your heart, it's all peaceful. It's filled with nothing but love. And that is who you are. Just stay there for a moment and feel your deep existence. You are the center of the universe where you exist. Alright, so now let us begin the process of clearing our aura. To all uninvited influences that exist in my aura, I send love and light. Each of you are whole and healthy. Each of you are made with love and light and are still love and light. You do not feel pain and are not afraid. Each of you has an ideal place to go, and I request my higher self. If you have name of your higher self, you can take the name of your higher self. I request my higher self to take each of you to that place which is ideal for you. Each of you go peacefully now. I let go, I let go, I let go. I close my aura to all except my higher self. Now. And I send love and light to all thought forms around me. Thank you. Now you can open your eyes lovingly. Just feel that love within you. Right? And this object in your hand is now integral part of you. It is in your clean aura. Right? So now this object, whatever that is, it doesn't matter. That object is part of your existence now. Okay? Let's do that. So, this object now with your awareness centered in your heart space, have a look at this object now. Look at that object and absorb that image of this object as you can see it right now. Just look at that and slowly close your eyes and say yes. Bring the image in your mind, closed eyes, bring that image back. Say yes. You can say it out loud as well. Yes, right? Say yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Again, envision the object. Yes. Hold it there. Now open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Again, envision the object. Yes. Open the eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open the eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Slowly you will begin to see clearer and clearer image in your mind. Initially, you may not see anything at all, but that's okay. This is the purpose of repeating this exercise. So open your eyes, look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes, envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes, look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes, envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes, look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes, look at the object. And yes. Open your eyes, look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes, envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes, look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes, envision Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close the eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. Open your eyes. Look at the object. Yes. Close your eyes. Envision the object. Yes. So, this is exactly what we need to continue doing. Okay. Right now, probably it's going to, you will want to take a little break. This is okay. If you need to take a break, don't just take a break. And you will begin to see the difference when you started versus what image is getting created inside. That image is going to uh, keep changing, right? It may not even look like the object that you are holding in your hand. And that's okay. Just keep doing it. So this repetition, every time what we are doing is by opening the eye, capturing the image, and then closing and looking at that image, right? Slowly, your mind is going to register that this image means yes. That is what we are trying to register. That this image that I am seeing with my eyes, it means yes. Right? This is exactly what we are trying to do here. Okay? So, practicing this thing is what we are going to be doing today, anytime, throughout the day today. Whenever you get time, even if it is 5 minutes, just do this practice. Keep this object somewhere where you can reach and do the practice. Okay? And the same thing we will do tomorrow with the no signal and a different object. So to me, my mind registers colors. It associates colors with something. So what I did was I naturally picked the white object for yes. This will happen to you also, right? You will pick up an object which registers in your mind as a yes, and that's what you will practice with. And this will become a permanent image in your head. Whenever your subconscious will say yes, that image will pop up in your mind. Even with your open eyes, you can still see that image in your mind. This is exactly what we are going to achieve from this exercise. All right. Did you guys get the hang of what we are trying to do? This is all childhood game. We are still playing like we did in the childhood. Yes, yeah, Grace, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I was doing that, it reminded me it's the same. Like if you want to achieve something, and then you have to create the image, you can create the image on the computer or somewhere, and you can do the same exercise and let it sink into your
Yes,
subconscious mind.
absolutely, yes. So basically, you are creating a language.
Yeah.
And usually, the way the subconscious functions, you have also learned this in our course with that dream chapter. What we learned, the
Yes.
communication of the higher self to the subconscious happens through dreams. And in the dreams, it's nothing but pictures, right? So, the universal language of communication is pictures.
Yeah, and I picked up my
Hmm?
Monty for the yes
Yeah,
signal, but the color is
perfect.
black. Is that okay?
It's up to you. It is
Yeah,
your mind
I love
only that
it.
you are training, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you feel love for it, then what will your mind will always say yes to it.
yeah.
Get my point? So that's all it is. When your natural yes aligns with what you are doing, it is going to be even faster. But this practice needs to be repeated, right? The important part is repetition. So if you are able to repeatedly do, in our younger days, we are very persistent because we really want to achieve that. When we grow up, these things become kind of, it's okay, chalta hai. You know, that when that happens, it won't work, because then your practice won't be sufficient to lead you into that consistency, right? So, and this signal, this yes and no signal has to be always impeccable. It has to be that way, that you should never get confused whether it's a yes or no. The moment that confusion comes, that signal is gone, finished, right?
Can we make two objects as yes signal?
Anything, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever triggers, your subconscious will tell you. That's it. When subconscious has to tell you yes, what should it do? Pop up that image in your head. So
You'll
whatever
get the
that
good
image,
feeling.
ah, you will you will experientially understand that signal totally. It is really boring. That's why I had mentioned in the beginning that it will be very boring. Many of you would not want to even sit here, and that's expected to be that way. But continuing this practice is going to help you in reaching that state, okay, where this image will permanently settle down crystal clear in your head. My this was this How I got this thought was, my first yes signal that I learned, first yes signal was Y, E, and half of S written. These three letters, basically two and a half, in that image popped in my head. S was not even complete, and that is to date very clear in my head. Anytime I receive that yes, that thing pops. So this is how communication between your higher self and you happens. It's an internal communication only. And for that, the best thing is picture, any picture, right? The other technique that we learned through the book, what was that? That was about muscular, training the muscles, right? That moving the head thing. That's one more way of doing it. Then you tell your muscular system to do whatever action that is. But this is not suitable for many people. For many people, that thing is not really um, comfortable. But opening and closing the eyes and imagining a picture which is in front of you, right? There is no confusion, and you get that picture. And once that gets registered, you can never forget it. You will always have that signal. So that's the technique that I wanted you to practice. If you guys want to continue the practice with me today, I can continue with that, or if you want to do it on your own, it's up to you, right? Just, but throughout the day today, just focus on yes. Anything, yes. That you when you, the way I was doing it, repeat verbally, right? From your mouth, say it. Yes, because it goes through your ears back into your system. Subconscious gets double feedback from it says and it receives both. So that's a confirmation to your subconscious system. So try doing that the way I have shown to you, demonstrated. If you can continue doing this, the more you do, the easier and faster it will become for you. And if, if you were stubborn like me, you would finish it in a day. In a day, you can reach that level. I mean, you just got to be persistent. I won't leave it, right? That's me. When I want to do something, I just get after it till I finish. I won't leave it. That's how I have been able to make the portal for our unified program. If that portal is done, I'm not just not releasing it to all of you, but we are ready with it. You guys will see it. I will walk you through the portal. That's where all the unified assets are stored. It's a treasure house of unified assets for all of you. My Diwali gift for the whole group. So,
Yes, we are excited, ready to go, Shaileji.
yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
For all masters. Yeah, let's see. Go.
It is coming. So for all of you, once we finish these 3 days, I think I don't remember the dates, but that's another thing. This morning I was thinking about why have I started forgetting things, and it was such a relief when I got the answer from within. It was that now you have learned to let go. So I don't hold on to anything anymore. That's why I forget. Okay. When necessary, it will come back. I know that, right? So I don't have to keep remembering things. But yeah, dates are all written down. So I have shared it with all of you in the group as well, that when we are doing these things, right? So just be there, and we will do by end of October, we would have finished for both the groups, Hindi and English groups, the yes and no, and a walkthrough of the unified portal. So that way, all of you will have access. And then during November, I will be very focused on, I'm writing the book now on the Griha Lakshmi program. Yesterday, that whole thing has evolved into a much bigger thing. And so now it's going to be a book. It's nothing very small. It's going to be a book. So I'm going to be writing that. It will need a lot of focused attention from my internal system, and that's why I will minimize my interactions. I will be more like inside. And Preeti and I, we both spent quite a good amount of time together yesterday on that topic, and that's where it started evolving. It started evolving where it really, it came to a very common ground with Unified. Why is it coming after Unified got clear to me yesterday? That people need to be first at that place where they understand Unified, then the next level. This is a more like, you can think, specialized version of unified in a way. That's what it's going to become. So once you are through with unified, nothing will be very strange for you, but understanding will become very clear. And trust me, there is tremendous amount of aha that comes through it. Wow, that wow will come the more we go through it. So we are so Preeti and I, we have started working on it, and that uh, just be ready for something great coming up. I don't know when will it be, because this takes, the information is so much that it will take little time. We don't want to present to you something which is not organized, right? So that process will take a little bit of time for us. We'll let you know. We are connected, and but in the meantime we will continue our weekly session, right? Once a week the English session, and once a week the Hindi session. They will be there. You can join whichever session you want to, right? So we will continue that. But for today, I think I will, if you have any questions, you can ask, or if you want to share something, you can share. Then we will close the session, because practice will have to be at your end. You will have to practice. So I have just demoed to you the focus only on one. Just yes. Don't worry about the no. If you have done yes, no will come automatically. Right? So just keep working on that. Today, spend as much time as possible in doing this practice. Okay. All right.
Oh, thank you, Shailaji. Can you hear a few words from Preeti ji as well? This is not complete without hear her.
Preeti probably may be busy. She had something to do.
If she's available.
Yeah,
Thank
her son is going on a field trip this morning, so she has to wake him up and
prepare. Okay.
early. Yeah, and it's actually she is 1 hour earlier than me, so it's like not even 6 o'clock there,
Oh,
and she
okay.
has to get him ready and see him off. So yeah, she may
Okay.
not be able to join, but yeah. She left this program to me. She said, "You continue doing it. Tomorrow, probably she will be there."
Sure. Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Shailaji.
yeah.
This is really
Okay.
helpful.
Thank
And
you.
this is
Thank you.
recorded. It's going to future participants also benefiting. This is really, really useful.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And there's a question from Geeta ji here. She's asking if this yes and no signal needs to be kinetic signal. So yes, that's what the book says. Book says yes, but from my personal experience, because this is not just technique of the book, this is a just general technique that there are so many ways of doing it, right? We have in the book also, they have mentioned that in a later chapter, that you can use a pendulum, you can use a table, you can use so many ways of communicating with the higher self, right? So it's up to you what you feel comfortable with, because once you have a kind of gotten used to one thing, that will stick to you for rest of your life. So whatever works for you. um, the beauty of this whole thing is that there people over time, over thousands of years, have been developing this. They've been using different things for doing it, but all of it works. The kinetic signals uses the muscular system of the body, right? So you can whatever. I must have shown you, this is one signal, like locking the fingers, like making two rings and then locking the ring, and then unlocking process is a yes or no. So if it is happening easily, then it's a yes, and if it is not opening, then it's a no. This is one more thing that people use. So it's just up to you Today I am showing you a technique of creating a graphical image in your mind. Just a graphical image in the mind that will pop up, and the easiest way in which your inner system can communicate with you is through graphical images. That's why you call it imagination. Imagination, that word has two things: image, nation. So imagination is a nation of images. That's what imagination is. So your internal system, that system doesn't need a language anymore, right? Think about it. When you are looking at, this is why your videos are popular. Why videos are popular? Because it doesn't matter what the guy is saying. You can, from the image, you can figure out what is going on. Right? So it's easier way of comprehending things. So that communication through graphical image is one technique that I wanted you to practice today. The kinetic thing is, yes, it's there for sure. That will work as well. I use it all the time. The pendulum, right? Pendulum is a kinetic thing. You can use it also. But again, the process is not different. Practicing is the only way. So with pendulum, I have already done a session, shown you how to do it, given you all the background information on that as well. So if someone has missed that, it's there on the channel. You can use that. It doesn't matter what process you use, but ultimately you got to choose what works for you, right? So today I have given you an alternate way of doing it. Just try it. Maybe if it clicks with you, fantastic. Right?
Can I say something, Sailesh?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you as a child, when I was preparing for exams or if I had to remember something, I used to write things down and then I remembered it. I did the same for cleansing the aura. When you said, when we first started, you said 6 sentences. And I sat down that evening and I wrote about 3-4 pages, just repeating it. And then it was there.
Yeah,
And
correct.
I don't have to write it anymore. I can just do it anytime now. So can you
Exactly.
do something like this for it or not really?
What you did in the process of writing, I this is how I used to learn in my younger days. My entire education system, I learned only by writing.
I was like that.
Right. So writing is definitely a very good. Writing does two things to you. It gives you a confirmation from the subconscious that I have learned it.
Okay.
Your writing is controlled by subconscious, right? Your hand writing
Yeah.
there is controlled from the subconscious, and the information flows through writing. So
Okay.
when you write, you feel confident. Yes, I know it.
Okay.
That confidence gets to register the information, right?
Okay.
That, okay, it is registered. But remember, by doing that, what you did was, you did the step 1 of it.
Yeah.
You registered that content in the head. But if you don't practice it, you will forget it. Right? So constantly practicing that over time makes it permanent in your head. Then you do it in a natural way. So like, for example, for me today, because I have practiced those 6 sentences so much that even in my sleep, sometimes what happens, I wake up in the middle of the night and I am sort of feeling uncomfortable. My palpitation is high, right? What I do? Immediate response of mine these days is that my process of cleaning the aura starts right away. I do it naturally now.
Yeah.
I start the process, and immediately after that I feel comfortable and I go back to sleep. This is what is happening. This has happened to me almost 5 or 6 times in the last 2 months, right? And because I feel so good about it. Why? Because now it is embedded. That whole thing
Yeah.
is embedded in me. Now it is happening like a natural response of my system, right? So that will happen after repetition, though.
Yeah, I keep doing that. I was at the optician the other day. I just did it there. When I go to the shops, I keep doing that. As soon as I get in the car, I do it. I get out of the car, I do it. I don't think when it is. I just do it now. So that's then. What is? We always say autopilot. Say when I was working, you always go in the morning, out of the road, you turn right. And sometimes in the evening, you're going somewhere else, but you still turn right. You know that you're not going there, but so what's that then? Is that still subconscious mind?
Yes, yes, yeah. Your muscles have been trained to that program. Your driving program runs in a certain fashion, and trust me, those things are very difficult to get rid of. You won't. I can tell you my experience, my personal experience. I In India, you drive on the British side of the road.
Yeah.
In Canada, you drive on the other side of the road. So when I moved to Canada, I had to practice learning. Initially, I had to deliberately, consciously drive on the other side of the road. And then imagine after 5 years of driving, after 5 years of driving, one day I was mentally somewhere else and driving on the road, and I started driving in the Indian style.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was within my that local area. There wasn't much traffic, or residential area was like, suddenly I see a car coming at me and I'm saying, what the hell this guy is doing? And then immediately it clicked, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Right? So some of those things are so deep seated because of repetition, they become your practice. And then
Okay. Yeah.
you can change that as well. Like what I did was consciously practice driving on the other side for some time, and then it becomes a habit. But once in a while, when you are not mentally there, then such of those programs can get triggered.
Yeah.
And I immediately realized that like I was lost somewhere completely mentally. So these things can happen. So
Yeah.
just being aware of that.
No, it's happened to me
Yeah.
because we used to live in England and we moved to France, and I don't know, maybe after three, I mean, I had been home anyway, back to the UK, and once I went, and at the airport, I picked my hire car up and automatically drove on the wrong side right up to the roundabout, and then like what you said, all these cars were coming. It was lucky the timing was right that I could move, but I would have had a head-on collision sort of.
Yes,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
now when I go, I try to sort of, if you follow somebody, you're all right, you're okay. And the
yeah.
worst thing is when it's a roundabout, that's when you have to think extra careful.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, you're right. So and this is just an example, right? Driving is just an example. Think of what other things you do in your routine unconsciously. There are habit patterns we created in our childhood that are automatically happening through us, even to date,
Yeah.
right? Some of those things need correction, need changes. So being conscious of all this helps us, being aware, right?
Yeah.
This is why in our program we are focusing more on, um, it's not just this program, like all the enlightened beings have always mentioned this thing, that being in awareness is ultimately what you should achieve. That is your state of being awakened. An
Yeah.
awakened person is continuously in a state of awareness. That's the only thing. Like there's no other. Everybody else who is living with the eyes open. Who says they are not sleeping, but they are internally sleeping,
Yeah.
right? Internally, they are not aware of what they are actually doing. They are functioning under a pre-programmed software. That's
Yeah.
functioning, right? And this is how we lead our life. Most of the life goes that way. But when you return back to being aware through practice, so through practice, your being in awareness can also be on autopilot.
Okay.
Yes, when you have practiced enough being aware, well, I am not going to let my mind drift, you will then automatically start being in the present.
Yeah.
I mean, you this also is something important to remember, that uh, you cannot be in awareness in the past or in future.
Yeah.
Awareness will always bring you to the
Beat 'em
present.
up. Yeah.
Yes, right? And or the other way of looking at it is, being in the present will make you aware, right? Either way. So that's being conscious of that helps us, and eventually it becomes a habit. And this also is a programmable thing. Once you begin to stay in awareness, once you begin to stay in the present, your mind will not drift,
Yeah.
and it becomes extremely powerful. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are
Thank
there
you.
any plans? Okay, this is something, well, not completely out of it. Are there going to be any plans of redoing the Unified again, just in English? I mean, I understand the Hindi, but I can't read or I can't write, but sometimes it's a little bit I won't say difficult, but it's a little bit too complex, to understand.
Yes. So I, because I am an aware person, I am always in the present. I don't commit for future anymore. This is
Okay.
a problem. But my intentions definitely are there, that I would want to do the program once more in English and in Hindi both, right? That
Yeah.
intention is there. But
Okay.
what future?
Oh, that's it. It's no problem.
Yes.
I mean, I know you can't start something straight away, because you've spent a long time doing these anyway.
Yes.
And it'd be good for all of us to practice a little bit more, and then I look forward
The
to. Because I'll tell you, I mean, I did look and I did sort of go through some of the other ones that they were done, but they were so different. You and Pritiji have. I can't thank you enough that, the way you've explained, the way you've done it is so different, and it's gone in there a lot more. I mean, I'm not saying the others didn't, but they were different. They were different. They would just read and just little bits, It's a different style.
Yeah,
And
we
this is something amazing.
we all click somewhere, all of us, right?
Yeah.
So each one of us have a different need, right? And you click where your need is satisfied, and that's perfect. The whole process is people. There is always supply available when there is demand.
Yeah.
This is the law of nature. Nature provides when you want something. But first thing is, there needs to be a want. I want
Yeah.
it. Then nature responds. Nature will not pre-feed you,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah. This is how everything is, and we want to bring everything that we have experienced, share it with all of you, and all of you can do as well, right? It's not that we have anything anything special here. The purpose of this web portal is that when we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
creating a bank of all this, whatever we have done so far, together in one place will help people. At least some people will get some kind of help when we are not able to do program for whatever reason we don't know. But if the program is not there, people at least have access to all the previously done thing, and they can go step by step. I will walk you through that platform. It's very easy. You can have it on the phone. We've created it more like an app,
Yeah.
So it can be on the phone and it's in your hand anytime you want. Just open whatever you want.
And
So
I think when given your life experiences, with all the other masters and you and Preeti, I think that has helped a lot rather than just reading something and just explaining, okay, you do this
yes,
and you do that.
yes.
I think they've been the examples were more real life, that happens to everybody's, in different ways,
Yes,
but it happens.
yes, correct. That's the essence why we never rushed people into, oh, just finish talking quickly. We never rush anybody when
No,
somebody
no,
is
no.
sharing
I'm not,
experience, right?
it's
The reason for that is because this is not a classroom per se, right? We are not bound by time. When someone is sharing an experience, it has lot of value in it. It
yeah,
doesn't matter what that experience is. The value of every experience, people, I can't borrow from your experience because it's not transferable.
yeah,
But I can learn. I can always
yeah,
learn, right? And that can trigger my own experience.
yeah,
So
definitely.
those are important things from uh, uh, a few years ago when I started attending sessions of this nature. I was not able to tolerate experience sharing initially, and it was for a good long, probably 2 years, that I just couldn't handle it. Just could not. And you know what that was? Later I realized it was my own inner cleaning happening.
Yeah,
My own inner healing was necessary. And by sitting through some of it, every time you attend a session, at the end people will be talking and I won't be able to tolerate and I will leave.
yeah,
Kept happening, kept. Then one day it dawned on me that this is not about the person speaking, it's about you. Work on yourself. Why are you not able to accept it? And that was such a big process of letting go.
yeah,
It triggered, right? So this is part of all learning. Sometimes you would attend a program where meditation is happening, and all of a sudden you will not enjoy the music.
yeah. It's happened
Yeah,
several times.
right? But then what is that actually doing? It is triggering something within that needs cleanup,
Yeah,
right? Uh, um, in PSSM programs, for example, they use a music. Patriji used to
yeah,
use a music
yeah,
that was very, I would say, loud and sharp.
yeah,
In terms of music, I would say sharp,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
So initially, it took me a long time to settle down to acceptance of that music. But then I started accepting, okay, okay, okay. Then actually my focus went away from music altogether because
Yeah,
I was actually getting into meditation, right? Then it became immaterial. Initially it was a support system. Later on, I just got rid of those uh, training wheels from the cycle. So this is a process of our own development. All these triggers, anything external that we are not liking,
yeah,
is a trigger. It's a trigger to tell you, okay, check within, go inside, check. What is it that's bothering you? Are you like this morning? I was tying my lace. I put on a prosthesis for my
yeah.
leg. It has like a shoe. It has a lot of
Okay, yeah,
laces to be tied. So that process of passing that thread through the holes requires patience.
yeah,
and
definitely.
and I do it every day, right? Then I realized this morning only it happened to me. I realized why sometimes it takes me longer to do that, because I'm impatient and it's not going into the hole. It's not going, and I'm struggling. And the reason is not that I can't see or anything. It's because I am losing patience and it takes me longer.
Yeah.
So these are the type of things you begin to see in your day-to-day experience. Every day this is happening. Like some days you want to eat very fast. Then I say, why am I in a hurry? You know?
And you don't enjoy it when you do that anyway.
Yes, exactly. And you are not enjoying because your state of mind is somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Yeah. No,
You wanted to
definitely.
do something else, but you started doing this. These are the kind of things. So being in awareness tells you. If you are in awareness, yes, I am present. I am right here, right now.
Yeah.
Then I know. When your mind is drifting, your presence will tell you that you are going somewhere else. So the habits become start changing. I can tell you, for example, I for a very long time I was so focused on doing work on the computer that I used to bring my lunch here, bring my dinner here to my desk and eat here while I am working. And one day I realized I am doing neither of the two things. When I am eating together with my work, I am neither working nor eating. That realization clicked, and ever since, other than eating the nuts which I eat here, other than that, I all my food is at the dining table now.
Yeah. No, it's better.
Even,
It's better.
yeah, even though I am alone at home, there is no one else to sit and eat together with me. But my discipline is to put the food in the plate, put it on the table,
Table.
sit there, bring your awareness to the food, and with that love of that, the nature's love, start eating that food.
Yeah.
It is so much more enjoyable. You
Well,
are there.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you an example. Say in England, I mean, it's similar to America, Canada, whatever. You were always eating at a desk and doing things. And when we moved to France, here, feeding their stomach and lunchtime is sort of, they have 2
Sacred.
hours. When I
Sacred.
first started working, I said, what am I going to do for 2 hours? Can't I finish early? I'll have 1 hour lunch. Nope. They have 2 hours lunch. They go out and eat properly. You
Yes,
don't eat it at a desk. Okay, occasionally it might have happened, but it normally never happens. I mean,
exactly.
some companies, they had big canteens and that, so they all go there and we eat. Then they go for a walk, and it
Yeah.
took time, for when you're not used to doing things like that. But
Yes.
that is one thing. They always sit down. It don't matter what
Exactly.
it is.
Yeah, that is recharging of the battery, right? It's a very important process. Like those businesses understand this very, very well. They make sure that their employees take lunch. They make sure that employees don't eat in their cabin, in the cubicle. I used to go walk around, and if I see any of my team members or any employees that were working for me eating in the cubicle, I would request them, say, if you would like to eat in the cafeteria, it will be much more enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of I was constant, and people became aware of my doing that. So my team, like there were 300 of them, they never ate in their cubicles. I said, just go. Uh, Even if you want to eat, just eat quickly and get out of your desk. I don't want to see you in the desk, right? Just leave the desk, go wherever you want to go. Go for a walk, go to the cafeteria. That it's a huge place for you to do. That is
Yeah.
important because you are recharging, refreshing yourself. When you come back to work after lunch, you are able to do much better quality work.
Yeah.
You are not, your fatigue is not building up. It has
Yeah.
gone down and you continue. So that's a very important aspect. It's called, some people also give you time to take a nap in lunchtime, right? So that 2 hours, you could spend 1 hour for nap. Nap is another powerful
Yeah.
tool. I used to, personally, I used to sit and meditate in my office itself. I
Yeah.
would finish my lunch, go for a quick round, go around and come back and then sit and meditate. And for a year, Instead of meditation, I used to listen to Osho.
Yeah.
For 1 year, I did that. I would turn my face to the window, so I would not be facing my desk. My chair will be just turned around, and there was window which I would just look out of the window, put my earbuds, and listen to Osho. This is
Yeah.
what I did for a year, and that was the best thing I ever did. It used to recharge me completely. Well,
Yeah.
yes, something good you spend your time with. So yeah, refreshing is important. We need to do that.
No, the
Being
French
in
are
the
very good
present.
at that. 2 hours. Most companies give you 2 hours lunch here.
That's
Not just
perfect.
once a
Yeah.
week, it's every day, 2 hours lunch.
Yes. Yeah.
Shailaji,
And
can I
they.
add
Yeah.
something here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Thank you. I'm really thanking Nishiji here and her
Mm-hmm.
presence and willing to join the upcoming course, which is in the in a Garbhagriha is coming up. Um, Nishiji, I was thinking about a long time. It means more people can participate are unified. Native speaker like yourself and people from native speaker from Canada, native speaker from America, wherever they are, right? If there are more people on there, they can more native speaker people can benefiting. So over the year, I observed even I speak English and Shailesh speak, everybody speak English, right? The native speaker get the irritating our voice. It's not we speak same, but we are not properly, sound make a phonetics, because we build mine is Nipanglish. I speak in my anyone can track. I'm in my root, right? They are not entertained. They're observed because they have to listen, right? Native speaker like yourself would be, you know, looks like you are so knowledgeable. You already know so much because of this time, and you saw the difference. Preeti ji and Shailesh ji, their dedication, their timing, their patience, their life experience, and including our admin team, all masters sharing this one. And you saw some video, and you already mentioned that you would be a great asset to, native speaker. Please
I'm
get
not
online. So
no, I'll
there is
tell
a.
you, well, you see, I was born in Africa. It
Mhm,
was grandparents, and I speak Gujarati. I can probably write a little bit, and I can read my recipe books and things like that. So
mhm,
Hindi is not my first language, and even Gujarati. Say, I tried doing some PSM Gujarati meditations. That was
mhm.
even harder because they spoke pure Gujarati that I don't even, I can't even understand. And we sort of always mixed Swahili. So, sometimes when we speak in Gujarati, a lot of words are Swahili. And now
Mhm.
you add a bit more English in it. And sometimes I've forgotten the English word and I add a bit of French word in it. So it's.
So how I say it, if I'm not seeing your picture in online, only seeing the voice, they cannot tell the difference in native Buddhist, right? You study there, these are the asset I'm talking about, right? The
Mm.
more the Brit, I mean, the native speaker again benefiting, and more people like yourself. And then if you join in a group, more people benefiting. We are not pushing to get the people, but if organically, if we come to, even US, I was talking to my few coworker, native speaker. They are really interested to join the Unify, right?
Mm.
And since starting before I start, I share what I'm doing, right? And last week I talked to them. I completed. I would like to share with you. It's a lot of things, and you already have that one. But once you get this one, our system, right? Is our website is coming. There's all goodies there. Once it's ready, I'll share with you, and I can share with you. These people, once they see it and experience it and share it, they could be benefiting. Okay, we already benefiting. I taking in Hindi class, English class, going to be Nepalese, also all the in Punjabi. I could benefit it, right? We all benefiting.
Yeah, I
So
joined both
these
the, you know, I
native
always,
people,
mm,
yeah,
I
I mean,
joined the
there is
Hindi
a
and
value.
the,
Mhm.
yeah, no, definitely. I do keep telling people, but because the way I started meditation was I had the cancer, and then we had a cancer support group, and they started doing meditation. You know, they asked, and so I said, okay, I'll join. I'd never done meditation before. Well, I'd heard about it, but nothing. But they started with mindfulness, so that's what I started with, and then I did the
Wow.
8-week mindfulness, and then we had a session. Every Wednesday that you know I used to attend, and then I looked some stuff online, and during COVID, you know, more and more happened. I did something from Calcutta, the World Peace Foundation thing, and from there I got, you know, got into the PSM thing. So that's where I got the access of this. I think it was advertised in one of the PSM thing, the Unified. So I do some meditation that the UK one, PSM, they do it at, so it's 10 o'clock for me in the evening, and that's a lovely time to do it for me, you know, because some of the India times, it's difficult. It depends what time they are. It could be 2 in the morning, and that's not practical.
Yes.
So
Thank
this
you,
was really
Nishiji.
good timing. So I do quite a lot of the meditation, you know, and they do the book reading. I mean, I've sort of attended that magic book reading, you know, several times, but it's amazing, you know, like I said, how I got into this really well. And I did the magic books just a couple of months ago, and the way they did it was just amazing. They were from different parts. Somebody is from Australia, Canada, India, and Dubai. And the way they explained, they gave so many examples that what happened, you know, how they sort of utilized it, and it was just amazing.
Yes. Wow.
You know, the same
Thank you.
book, but you know how different people explain, and
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
knowledge,
Thank you so much,
the
Nishiji.
knowledge.
You're gonna be a great asset. Even our unified not started, even if you have existing in the tools, and if you learn it, it could be a great asset to, you
oh
know.
no, I joined
So
from the
yeah, yeah,
beginning
it's
anyway, and I
yeah.
did miss some of them, you know, because I had there were a few things going. Well, I had to go to 2 funerals just recently, and all sorts of stuff, you know. So up to certain chapter I was fine, and then afterwards I wouldn't say I'm struggle, but it was some of the signals I wasn't getting. But then I said, no, I'm going to start from the beginning again and practice. So I've started doing that anyway. And that was
That's
the
the
reason
best.
I asked if you're
That's
going to
the
do another
best.
course. I mean, I'm not expecting, you know, I know it must take a lot of your time, you know, and so hopefully, you know, maybe next year we'll see what the universe brings us.
Before I
Actually.
Saliji say anything, I just want to say one more thing. You can go through the online courses, and you can reach out to Saileshi, Pritiji anytime. You don't have to wait. And if you have any confusion, even if this group, you can ask all the masters. There's an admin team, us. If I know anything, I can share. And you shouldn't be holding a year. This too late. This is already there. It's becoming within a week or two is available, and then go from there. Nishiji, thank you so much being here.
Thank you very
Back to you,
much. I
Salishi. Thank
really
you.
appreciate everybody's time,
Thank
you
you.
know. Thank
Thank
you
you.
again.
Thank you.
And looking
Thank
forward
you.
to some more stuff.
Yeah.
And
The
good luck with the book you're writing. You know, I'm just gonna look forward to it. That's all I can say.
Thank you. Thank you. The My experience of yesterday is the first time I felt free from doing that uh, unified app work.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the first day when I felt mentally free, and this whole thing jumped in. So
Wow.
I was amazed at the timing of the universe, how
Mm.
it brings things into place, right? It did not let me engage with this book part till I finished the app,
Wow.
right? And not even one thought. And the day that app came to a stable state, uh, I just wanted to start doing this work now. I said, okay, let me just get into it. I started getting into it slowly and gradually, and boom, the oh my God, how that thing yesterday, if you had met me in the morning, you would have seen me like a child. I was jumping with joy. I was so happy and thrilled. Wow, such a wonderful opening for us to work in future, to work forward, you know.
Yeah.
Prep the preparation of unified has brought us to this level where
Yeah.
now we can understand those things which could never have made sense to us if we were not through the unified course.
Yeah.
That is the value addition I experienced yesterday. Wow, what a beautiful thing it is. Those tiny little sentences that came yesterday. Ah, I
Oh, it must
you
be amazing, you know.
it
You must be
is
cloud
it
nine.
oh yes, that was such wonderful thing, and it is and you know the theme that I was in my head. The theme was that Graha Lakshmi course. You know
Yeah, I
the
remember
Graha.
you
Yeah,
yeah, because you
yeah.
mentioned that from the beginning, I think, that
Mm,
you're doing that.
yeah. So that I never realized when I had committed to all of you in the beginning of the course. At that time, some discussion happened, and I said, "Oh, I think we need a Graha Lakshmi course." It just came
Yeah,
out of the head. It was like nothing in my head at that time. I had written down an outline in those days. I wrote an outline. I usually make notes, and
yeah,
I said, "Okay, when the time comes, we will work on it." And I had left it at that. Now the realization after having gone through the entire unified in the 2025 series, I have grown personally,
yeah,
significant
definitely.
growth, right? And now my understanding of the same very topic is different. And yesterday, so I like kind of brought something on uh, in writing in on a piece of paper, and then I sat with Preeti. I said, Preeti, because she is extremely intelligent, she
Yeah,
can comprehend things very quickly, and her grasp on unified is phenomenal. So
yeah,
I always pass on things to her. Well, okay, have a look at this. She looked at that whole thing. She wasn't that excited like I was. But she said, well, now I can see how unified is extending into this.
yeah,
He brought that amazing connection into the four. Well, look at it this way. And I said, wow, I never thought that way. This is how universe is bringing us to a place where we can grow from here.
yeah,
Right? So, and this is for the entire group. This is for all of you. That when all this comes, it starts to flow. You are going to all experience it through your own experience. You will know it.
mm.
So, yeah, that's how beautiful it is. It's
Looking
coming.
forward to it. It'd be a it'd be a lovely
Ye-
journey.
Yeah, it is. Um, it is preparation for the future, kind of
Yeah,
preparation for. It's not just personal preparation, it's preparation of the society as such
yeah,
for the future, right? That's where it is going. So it's a beautiful knowledge, beautiful learning, and a beautiful um, I would say program to help um, change things in the days to come,
yeah.
to take us to the next level where we will need to experience different things in future. So preparation for that, it's lovely. Yeah. So we will continue to share those things with you as we are going,
Yeah.
but
No, no, no.
it's
I always look at the group, on WhatsApp, of all the
yes,
stuff, and then
yeah.
and I've saved all, the to go on the YouTube and stuff. I just save it on my notes so I can get to easily, so I don't have to look through anything. I've got the background, so I know where to go now.
Now
Because I
yes,
like the
now
photos of the backgrounds, stuff. So I don't have to even search, and I look at the photo and it just click 2 o'clock. This is what I'm doing every day.
Yeah. So now with that app in your on your phone, you won't even have to do that. Now
Yeah.
it's all
What I'll
there.
do is I'm in the middle. I was supposed to go today to get because I need my phone replacing. So I was gonna go today, but and then I said, oh, no, there's a course this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So no, I'm not going because I'll be there for 3 hours and I can't be running, I won't be there or here. So I said, I'll go another day. So I think
Yeah.
I'll go next week now anyway. And once I've
Yeah.
got that, is that going to work on the iPad as well, the app, or just on the phone?
Everywhere, anywhere.
Okay, that's
It's
fine. Then what I'll
yeah.
do is
You can install it on a PC, on iPad, on
yeah,
phone,
okay, then
wherever.
I'll install it on my iPad. So
Yeah.
that's good
Yeah.
anyway. So that
It's
should be
just one
fine.
click. Just one click. Yeah.
Okay.
And the installation will be through your browser only. So
Okay.
wherever you are on your phone, if you have a browser, you just open the link in the browser, and it will give you a possibility. You click on that, and it will get installed as an
Okay.
app on your phone. Yeah,
Okay, that's
that's
good then. Yeah. Yeah, so I won't put anything on the phone because otherwise, a lot of the stuff, when you copy it doesn't, well, you have to redo everything again anyway. So
yeah,
um,
yeah,
I'll put it on my iPad first and then I'll put it on the phone as well. So when the
yeah.
new one comes.
Fantastic. Very good.
Thank you
All right.
again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Rajni ji, you can unmute and speak. Yeah.
आत्म वंदन मास्टर्स बधाइयाँ पहले तो कहते हैं ना सेलिब्रिटी पंजाबी में बधाइयाँ 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 बहुत सारियाँ बधाइयाँ यूनिफाइड ऐप माय गॉड आई ऑलवेज think about unified app even today I write when we are going to launch unified app because whenever I start doing practice unified any practices I, uh, I got the too many advertisements and then
Yeah.
I said unified app. So and finally I
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a wonderful way to mm, 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 be connected with the only pure unified wisdom without any interruption and
I will walk everyone through how we have organized the information on that. I will
mm,
release the link to that everything very soon. In a couple of days, we will bring it to everyone. And then on Sunday, I will introduce or walk through the app for Hindi group. And next Thursday,
mhm.
we will do it for the English group.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. It's a
Thank you.
wonderful way. You know, Salishji, I personally feel that you and Preeti ji, actually, we are here uh, to shed और वो जैसे कहते हैं ना मैं हिंदी में बात कर सकती हूँ थोड़ी सी
Sure. Yeah.
वो कहते हैं ना सांप जैसे अपनी वो केंचुली छोड़ देता है ना वो पुरानी वो एक नई स्किन के लिए और वो तो यूनिफाइड इज जस्ट लाइक दैट वो पुरानी जो एक दो आल लिमिटेड बिलीफ्स हैं हमारे जो हमारे वो रिचुअल्स में जिनमें हम फंसे हुए थे ना वो एक रिचुअलिस्टिक लाइफस्टाइल्स और सब कुछ है ना एंड यू एंड प्रीति जी इन्होंने जो आप मेडिटेशन फॉर वेलनेस के एक प्लेटफॉर्म इट इज सच प्लेटफॉर्म के आप यूनिफाइड को बिल्कुल प्योरली जैसे बाबा जी ने किया है वो उस तरह से मतलब विदाउट एनी जो अदर्स मैंने प्लेटफॉर्म्स में देखा कि वो समटाइम्स इट्स अ वंडरफुल वो मतलब ऐप से इतना हेल्पफुल होगा मतलब पता नहीं मिलियंस बिलियंस लोगों को इन फ्यूचर it will be a great asset actually for the generations.
That is our
And I'm
intention.
grateful. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's wonderful. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Salesh ji. Thank you, Salesh ji. Even, you know, मैंने पूरी यूनिफाइड बुक को पढ़ा भी नहीं, मैंने आपको मैं ट्रूथफुली ऑनेस्टफुली मैं मतलब, बट इट इज कहते हैं ना, इट इज हैपनिंग एज लाइफ इज हैपनिंग विद दिस बॉडी, सेम वे यूनिफाइड मतलब कुछ चीजें हैं जैसे एक दो दिन पहले मेरे साथ जो होता है, तो मैं बाद में जैसे मैंने यूनिफाइड के सेशन में आपने वो बातें बोली और वो चीज मतलब वो कनेक्शन, और मैं सोचती थी अच्छा मैंने तो बुक भी नहीं पढ़ी और इट सेम हैपेंड, तो वो मुझे इतना वो होता था ना, तो एंड आई ऑलवेज फील थैंकफुल टू बाबा जी एंड all the masters. Okay, it is happening with me actually. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this blessing.
Yeah.
Such me up. You are doing a great job. You are a great teacher. मैंने आपको बोला था ना कि आप जैसे वो एक पुजारी की ड्यूटी होती है ना, वो प्रसाद बांटने की है ना मंदिर में, तो वो बाबा जी ने और प्रीति जी और आपकी वो ड्यूटी लगाई है, आपको यूनिफाइड का जो प्रसाद है वो बांट रहे हैं, आप झोलियां भर भर के ले जाओ आप, है ना।
Good. Thank you.
Mm,
We
I'm
will
grateful.
continue to do
Thank
what we can.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. We are grateful. And generations are grateful for this noble cause.
Thank you. Thank you. चलिए फिर आज का सेशन को फिर यहाँ पे रोकते हैं, हाँ, we'll bring the session to a close. Tomorrow we will come back and do a very similar practice. Please do try to continue what I have shown you today, demonstration. Try to do that, and then tomorrow we will work on the no side, and then day after tomorrow we will do jumping. Yes, no, yes, no. So by that time, day after tomorrow, if you have practiced today and tomorrow well enough, day after tomorrow should be a very easy thing for you. It will be more like a testing for you. Okay. All right. So thank you masters. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for joining today. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.